What's up, everybody? I figured I'd get off my ass. Try and get up on fucking Brother Rondell's level of fucking making 50,000 videos a day. Ah. Ain't nobody got time for that. Too busy emptying these fuckers out. And working on my tan. Look at that. And my twin. See that? My little twin. That's my twin that I devoured at birth in the womb. Don't be jealous that I've been a badass since before I was even born, boys and girls. Alright. I figured today kind of go over just some random shit I thought of, I guess, since watching Thomas's videos there. I know I've answered a lot of your guys' questions through replying to them, to your comments. But I figured, fuck it. Why not just make a little longer one? Just shoot the shit with y'all and fucking see if we can keep our microphone pointing at her face. How about that? Put this fucker up. Hold on, I got an idea. I can over dramatize it. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Fuck. Jesus. Sorry. Not playing with myself. Just adjusting my microphone. Alright. Zeph, don't be bad. Be a good boy. Don't destroy me again. Don't destroy my fucking soul. Jesus Christ. Alright. So, going through some of your questions. Had one of our boys here, Irons to the Roof, who just subscribed the other day. Thank you for that. He had asked me how many infantrymen over 30 do I know, and how much of a toll does it take on your body at that age. And I know now that a lot of the guys that were the same age as me who are still in, they're over 30, and I'm not hearing any complaints from them. There were obviously dudes who were in, up our chain of command who were over 30 at the time. And really, it's just you do a lot of good PT together. And that's the key. As long as you're doing PT every day, every weekday, I should say, for sure you're going to be doing that much. And as long as you got somebody who's doing good PT, which if you're in the infantry, you're generally going to be doing good PT and not trying to sound like a hater or anything, but in some of the Pogue units, they fuck around. They do a lot of fucking around for PT. I seen it. I seen y'all out there when we're busting our nuts and you're just like doing sort of half flutter kicks, basically just laying on the ground. My eye on you. Anyways, but yeah, as long as you're doing good PT 5 days a week, that's pretty good. You're going to be doing pretty solid. And I know there was a period there at Fort Riley where we got a new battalion commander and sergeant major from an infantry battalion, and they changed everything up. Mondays was run day. So Mondays we would do 3 miles in formation, calling cadence and all that bullshit. And then for the last 2 miles we would have to break off and we would have to make the run and we'd have to pass our PT test time for the run. So that was fun. Shut up, phone. Sorry. And then Tuesdays I believe was like push-up, sit-up day. Wednesdays was like sprint day. So you're doing a lot of fucking ladders and shit like that. A lot of wind sprints and stuff. Thursdays was everybody's favorite day. That was Ruck March day. And that would change distance-wise every week. And Fridays, generally, if I remember correctly, was sports day. So that was fun because we got to play flicker ball. And if y'all don't know about flicker ball, Motherfucking flicker ball is the bee's knees. Thomas, I remember you being a goddamn hero in flicker ball. If you watch any of Brother Rondell's videos, you'll notice that he said his parents, or mother, it sounded like in particular, didn't let him play sports growing up. So, okay, we'll break it down. Flicker ball is basically ultimate frisbee with a football instead of a frisbee, because football is more manly than but ultimate frisbee is fun too. But you don't have to smell like patchouli oil and have dreads as a white person to play ultimate or flicker ball. So we would play flicker ball. That was kind of the game of choice. And I remember this one game, and you know, you just throw the ball, and you can take 3 steps, then you got to throw it again. 2 teams just back and forth, right? You can't like spear tackle each other. Although on fucking Battalion Sports Day, that may or may not have happened to the Battalion XO by one Mr. Ben Durante. Kudos to you if you're out there. That was the most beautiful spear tackle I've ever seen in my life. Goldberg ain't got shit on you. But Thomas, he was always kind of shy and standoffish, and he'd be over there, he'd just be kind of... There was always like a few of the guys you could tell didn't play sports growing up, and they didn't kind of really get into it. So we're like, fuck this. We want to get these guys in the game. Show them that it's not that hard to catch a ball. And, you know, get these fuckers having some fun with us instead of just kind of being like the kids you see out in Little League Baseball, sitting out in the outfield, right field in particular, like fucking picking flowers or sitting on the ground, stuff like that, right? So my dude Thomas, I remember, I think we got him a pass, and then we told him to go in the end zone, right? And we fucking hurled the ball to him. I can't remember who threw it specifically, but it was just soaring through the air like a majestic bald eagle asshole. And there Thomas was, arms in the air like the fucking kid from the Sandlot. He's like, just put your glove in the air and I got the rest. So Thomas puts his hands in the air, closes his eyes probably, and boom, fucking catches it. Hero, touchdown. Pretty sure game 1. Best start of the weekend ever, right? Thomas, you're my hero. I want you to know that. Fucking hero. So yeah, that was what our PT schedule started to be like. And if and when you join the infantry, you will learn that alcohol is consumed on a regular fucking basis on the weekend. So you can imagine Monday morning running at the ass crack of dawn. Well, we all fucking loved that one. So it basically smelled like you were just swimming in booze while you were running, because everybody was sweating that shit off. Everybody was hung the fuck over. But it's a good way to burn it off and get right for the week. So, Madeline Valantis said that Grandpa swears that he was in, or stresses, I should say, that he was in a base called Santa Barbara, not far from Camp Casey in South Korea, close to the DMZ, and asked if it was still up and running. As far as I know, yeah. Camp Casey's kind of like the one last bastion up there, because I know they kind of shut down one of the bases that's just back from the DMZ that we stayed at. So yeah, as far as I know, Camp Casey's still fucking up and kicking. But I've heard Korea's changed a lot. Like, it's not a hardship tour anymore. I heard you can bring your family. I heard there's no fucking curfew anymore. Like, I probably don't even need to get passes then to go like down to Seoul and stuff. That's no fun. It's always fun kind of breaking curfew and trying not to get caught. Grant said thanks for the motivational video I did a few days ago or last week. But don't you ever fucking say I can't. You're welcome. Thomas said that flag, or should say that flag though. Flag is fucking slick. My camera cable was a little longer. I'd show y'all. Fuck it. I'll figure out a way. There's a way. Oh, there's one part of it. Oh, spit her down. Look at that big old beauty over there. Woo! Been getting questions from Hellstorm and others, Grant too, I think in particular. But what kind of truck I drive? Looks like a Dodge from the inside. Ain't no Dodge. And I said to Mr. Hellstorm, cool name by the way, if you want to be a gentleman, you gotta have that bow tie. Ladies love the bow tie. Men respect the bow tie. Remember that. Don't drive a Prius like some pussy I know from California. Oh, but it gets me good gas mileage. America, bro. Do you think Abraham Lincoln riding a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex, waving the American flag, screaming America, cares about your Prius and your gas mileage? I don't fucking think so, bro. Also, Alexius, am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that. I mean, I'm pronouncing it as I feel like I would pronounce it. I've got a fucking simple education going on here. So, with the question in regards to that you asked Thomas about the ruck marching, right? He gave really good information on that with starting light and just basically just getting off your ass and getting out there and doing it. That's the first step. That's the hardest step to anything. I know personally because I fucking suck at motivating myself to like work out. I mean, I roof houses, roof barns and shit with my family, so that's pretty good workout in general for me. But me personally, hadn't ruck marched in a while. Gonna trip on a baseball, die. But here's what I got going on over here, right? Little assault pack. Compliments Uncle Sam. This one rode with me through our whole deployment in Iraq. There's a surprise inside. Well, as you can see, that says 35 pounds right there. Right? So that's kind of that's going to be your magic number that you're going to... Oh, there's my name. Son of Nell. That's going to be your magic number that you're going to want to work up towards. Thomas's story about his southern guy who talks shit on the... talk shit to the drill sergeant. Got me fucking slipping. I'm starting talking like I'm from deep south, man. You like them French fried taters? Mm-hmm. Anyways... Yeah, so, like you said, really good advice. I hadn't road marched in a while, and my wife was getting out, getting fit, and we were going for walks and shit before she started running to, like, ease into it. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to throw a ruck on. Grabbed a 35-pound weight from the basement, threw it in my salt pack, and off I went. And I think we did a few miles just the first time. I hadn't fucking ruck marched in a while. I should probably, in all honesty, just be out there doing it right now instead of making this video. But where's the fucking fun in that? You guys want to see videos. So I got to find that balance. Fucking balance. Balance is important. Also, going on to his the question asked of him, shit, I can't remember who asked it because it was on his page, but the question that he had talked about in his last video on people stepping up to the drill sergeants. And yes, they do. In basic, we had this short little fucking tree trunk looking Mexican drill sergeant, and he was fucking former Ranger battalion, badass, cool fucking dude, right? Straight shooter. But if you fucked with him, he would destroy your soul. Anyways, this motherfucker, I think he was from Oklahoma, starts fucking like mean mugging drill sergeant. And drill sergeant is like, you got a fucking problem, private? And I can't remember what the kid said, but ultimately the drill sergeant goes, you see this? Takes his fucking brown round off. Says, there's no fucking rank right now. Let's go out in the fucking tree line. We'll fucking settle this shit. And the kid pussed out. He didn't take him up on it. But if you think you're fucking man enough to step up to drill sergeant, you try. See what happens. Might not end well for you. But if really, honestly, if you, unless the drill sergeant's like a total fucking scumbag piece of shit, which I honestly can't say I've come across because they all do what they do for a reason. Like there's a purpose behind the way they destroy your soul. And unless he's a real shitbag, you should not be thinking that way at all anyways, right? Because you're probably a shitbag to begin with, and you're just going to end up being a fucking loser in the army anyways. So don't be a loser, kids. You know when Uncle Sam's like, I want you. He's not talking to you, shitbags. All right, excuse me. Hellstorm asked me another question on my thoughts on people joining the military just for school, being that like their only reason is to join to get the GI Bill so they can get school paid for. Fine, like it's not as big of an issue anymore, right? But hold on. I'll finish my answer and then I'll go back to why I'm shit talking. It's fine if you want to do that, right? As long as you know that you have to fucking do your job and not be a goddamn bitch, right? So, beginning of the wars, you know, back 2003 time frame, 2001, September 11th happened, and people go to Afghanistan, 2003, Iraq. You get these fucking people who join the National Guard and they're just like, I didn't sign up for this. Shut the fuck up, idiot. Like, just because you fucking signed up during peacetime doesn't mean you get to fucking whine about not wanting to fucking deploy or go to war because it's scary. Uncle Sam is doing you a favor. The government's doing you a favor of you paying like $1,200 into a GI Bill, and then you get all this money for 4 years of fucking college, and you're gonna whine about fucking getting deployed. You didn't sign up for money for a fucking college degree. You signed up to do a job with the added benefit of getting a college degree paid for. So that's what I think of that shit. Fuck people. God. And finally, we had a question on what getting smoked means in the military. So I talked about that in regards to Korea, because that's how fucking Korea rolls. Shit's different in Korea, right? You do something dumb, and you're gonna hear "get the fuck down." Getting the fuck down means get down in the front lean and rest position. Front lean and rest position means get down in the push-up position, right? The up position. Arms locked, body straight, feet together, sort of thing, or shoulder width apart. So I did kind of mention this for my transition from Korea to Fort Riley, and how I fucking started smoking Joe for being a fucking idiot. And first sergeant came out and he's like, hey man, get up. Which he can do that. He's got higher rank. He is the first sergeant after all. And then nicely he pulled me aside. He's like, hey man. He's like, hey Nelson, man. You can't. I know you came from Korea, but you can't be smoking Joe around here. And I'm like, what do you mean, first sergeant? He's like, things are different stateside. And I'm like, but he's like, no man, they're different. And I'm like, Roger, first sergeant. So, I mean, it's not impossible to get smoked, right? It may happen from time to time. Hayes, my good buddy Hayes, did it to me one time because I was fucking late. That was after the EIB road march, I believe. Fuck, that thing. Like Thomas said, that was a sucker. And I know I'll do a video on that probably soon, but just to give you some context, whatever, I was bitching, but we had a night range the night before for night qualifications. That's a prerequisite for doing EIB. And our platoon was in charge of, range shutdown. And I think our fucking squad in particular was like there. And we were there till like goddamn 2 in the morning. And we had to be back in at like 4:30 in the morning to do the Ruck March on the makeup end of it because we were at combatives class during the original Ruck March. So I bitched and I complained to my sergeant and Sergeant Thompson, I believe it was. And finally he's like, Nelson, shut the fuck up. I know it fucking sucks, but you're doing it. And like I said before in other videos, I bitched to get through things. And I'm like, oh, Roger, idiot. Fine. But yeah, I ended up fucking being a hot mess. Did the road march. And then we had to like fucking report for some pre-EIB training. And I like fucking showed up late. And I got smoked. And I remember Hayes got done smoking me on the side of CQ. And I go like this, or I pulled it out. He's like, did you have a dip in that whole time? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, something along the lines of that's like fucking basically like laughing at me, like badass. What was I gonna do? He told me to get the fuck down. I'm not gonna stop. Hold on. Pull my dip out, throw it on the ground, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's possible to get smoked. It's gonna happen in basic. Like that's where fucking no rules. I mean, there's rules, but they will physically correct your fuck ups by making you do exercises, and it's gonna be fun because ultimately there gets to a point where the more in shape you get, there's like a fucking ghost over there. The more in shape you get, it still sucks balls, but your body starts to recover faster. You feel better. You fucking got adrenaline going. Just the good juices are flowing inside your body, and you're like, accidentally shut my fucking camera off. God, idiot. But this shit was running long as it was anyway. So, yeah. As far as smoking goes, in the end, it all makes sense. Trust me. Trust Brother Rondell. He knows what he's talking about. I feel like we know what we're talking about. We've been there. So, yeah, man. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the fucking questions and subscribers and support. And fuck, you guys are awesome. And if you watched it through this whole fucking video, which I don't know how long it's going to be because I'm obviously going to edit it down a bit. But thank you. You know, I'll make sure to keep making shorter length ones. But figured I'd get kind of caught up because I'd answered a lot of your questions by replying to your comments. But I figured, fuck it. Not everybody reads the comments, so I'll just throw the shit out there so other people can get their questions answered. Fucking words. Dyslexia today. But yeah, let me know if you guys got any ideas for what you want to see next. Anything. Obviously, gotta fucking work on the background. Thomas's brother Rondell type is fucking putting me to shame. And I know I want to have my whole setup closer to a wall so I can start hanging my military shit up and kind of get something that goes with the theme of the channel up there, you know? But I really like this little fucking nook I'm in. It's so cozy. Anyways, and I like looking at the food. I can't speak today. The food only fridge. Everybody loves the food only fridge, which is funny because check this shit out. Show you some top secret information here. It's not food. It's not food. Isn't that crazy?